welcome back to Medicinal Monday. I am Sandra. We're cultivating with Sandra. And this month we are starting our digestive month. So we are going to be talking about digestive health. And it's going to be a series that will carry us today and the next 3 months, the next 3 Mondays. So the next few weeks we are going to be talking about digestive fire, bloating and sluggish digestion, gut lining and support, digestive bitters, and how to combine some of the herbs for effective digestive formulas. Today's lesson is going to be our foundation as we are going to be talking about um, our digestive health and our digestive fire because we need to talk about that before we can understand how to heal our guts. So we are going to be talking about digestive fire. So what is digestive fire? Digestive fire is responsible for bloating, gas, abdominal pressure, and heavy feeling after meals. So we'll talk about what it means, why bloating happens, what specific herbs can help us before meal or after meals. And then what we're going to talk about, two simple remedies we will be making today that you can put it in your arsenal for when you have some digestive issues. So before we begin, as always, I got to read my disclaimer. This class is for educational purpose only. The information shared here is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Herbal medicine can interact with medications or existing health conditions, so please consult a qualified healthcare professional before starting any herbs medicinally. Today, we are going to talk about traditional herb practices and how those herbs have historically been used to support digestion. But before we start, I want to let you know that we have already set up our school community. So we're going to have Cultivating with Sandra School Community, which is SKOOL, for those that are not aware of it. And what we are going to do there, we are going to go in depth in more remedies um, on whatever topic we were talking the month before. So this month we're talking about digestive health, correct? So then in April, we'll go every Thursday evening, we'll go live and we'll create 3 more remedies that go along with the remedies that we have created here. So that allows us to have more information in our arsenal on what we can use for digestive health. So what we are doing is we are giving 2 membership. There is a standard membership and a premium membership. And if you subscribe to our monthly newsletter, it will enter you into our drawing. So you'll go into our website www.cultivatingwithsandra.com, and then you will click on put your email there, and you will click I want to subscribe to your mailing list. Once you subscribe to our mailing list, that will automatically enter you into this drawing. We're going to get 1 winner that will have the premium membership, which means that you will be able to get into the classes, and we will provide you every single herb that you're going to need that month to create the remedies. You do not have to go to the store and buy the herbs. We will provide those for you. So that is the premium membership. And we also will be giving 3 standard membership, which means that you could get into the class. Those that accept or take the standard membership will be able to receive all the herbs at a discounted rate. So we'll give you a coupon code and you can put that into our website, and then we will be able to get your 10-15% off for your herbal box. So best of luck. Don't forget, you must check that box that says I want to subscribe to your mailing list. And also our monthly newsletter provides discount codes. Every month there's at least 1 or 2 discount codes for different things in our website. So that's the only place that I publish a discount. So you must be receiving the newsletter in order to receive the discount codes. And remember that we ship in the United States. We do not ship outside of the United States at this time. So I do apologize for those of you that are international. But I will give you everything that you will be needing for those school community where we'll be making at least 2 to 3 remedies every single week. Okay, are we good? Okay, so let's get started. What is digestive fire? So let's understand that the digestive fire technically begins in our mouth. So, and with our senses. So what happens is that when we smell something, we know we're going to eat something. There's some symbol, sometimes you become salivating when you see something really good that you want to eat. That is the beginning of the digestive fire. So what happened is the digestive fire is the ability to break down all the food and absorb all the nutrients that the food provide. So it includes the stomach acid, the bowel production, the enzyme production, and the intestinal movement. So when the digestive fire is strong, then it breaks the food efficiently, absorb all the nutrients that it needs to absorb, and everything works properly. But when the digestive fire is weak, then the food stagnates, and that's when you get stomach pain, bloating, feeling full, not feeling heavy, and that is because your digestive fire is not strong and is not active. So we have to make sure that our digestive fire is on point in order for our digestive system to digest everything. So when I said the digestion doesn't start in the stomach, it starts actually in the mouth. The brain signals the digestive system to start activating. So that is called a cephalic phase of digestion, and it begins by producing saliva. So different tastes, different things activate different parts. For example, if you are going to eat something bitter, sour, that food activates the bowel production and the digestive enzyme. If you're going to eat something sour, it activates the saliva and the stomach acids. And then sweet food, it activates the insulin and the digestive activity. So every taste signals your body, food is coming, let's prepare for digestion. Why does this matter? Because if you eat your food too fast, your body will not digest properly. Digestion will be slowed down. And if we don't chew properly, digestive systems also are removed. So when that happens, saliva production decreases when you're eating too fast, or when you're eating too fast, or when you not chewing your food properly. Saliva production decreases, digestive enzymes are reduced, and the stomach acid are very insufficient. So this can contribute to a weak digestive system, which will cause bloating. So one of the simplest way to improve our digestion is to slow down when we eat, to chew our food thoroughly. You know this saying that used to say, chew your food 20 times before you swallow. That is where that comes from. And because it will allow the saliva to mix with your food, and that is what begins the digestion for your body. This alone can improve your digestion. This alone can decrease the bloating, the discomfort, and the heavy feeling. So now that we understand that, we could go into additional things that we can do. But so you could understand, if I'm telling you, if you have a lemon, if I'm telling you, I need you to bite into this lemon. your mouth automatically will start, your saliva will start increasing immediately. And that is because your brain is saying, oh, this is sour, and I'm going to need enough saliva to wash it down. So that is why it's important that you slow down, you look what you're going to eat, let your brain process this, and then start eating slowly. So, why bloating happens? Bloating happens because when your digestive fire is weak, you didn't give your body enough time to process. And I know as a former teacher and educator, sometimes we don't have time to process what we're gonna eat. We gotta eat under 20 minutes and get going, and that also can slow your digestive fire. So what happens when your digestive fire is not on point, is not activated properly, is not given enough time, then your food does not digest properly. So your food sits in your stomach. And what happens is it starts fermenting in the stomach because it's stuck. It has some digestive juices there, it has some of the saliva, but fermentation is going to produce gas because it doesn't have enough. So that gas causes abdominal pressure, bloating, discomfort, and cramping. So we need to make sure that we have our digestive fire on point. So also, if you're wondering, I wonder if my digestive fire is working properly. Things that you can do is, do you get bloated after meals? Do you frequently pass gas? Do you belch? Do you have a heavy stomach feeling? Do you have does do you not go to the restroom multiple times a day? That's a sluggish bowel movement. And are you tired after eating? All of those are a sign that you have a weak digestive fire, and we need to do something to improve it. So there are herbs that restore the digestive function, and herbs help restore digestion in different ways. Some will stimulate digestive secretion, some will remove gas, trap gas, some will relax the digestive tract, and other will increase the circulation to the digestive organs. What happens is that sometimes when you're eating under stress or stress eating, or because you have a small amount of time to eat, that in itself causes stress into the digestive system. So even though your digestive system, the digestive fire wants to work properly, it's too stressed to work because there's other factors, other distractions that are not letting your digestive system work. So we have some herbs here that will help with that. Dandelion root is this one. And dandelion is that weed that grows in some of our yards, well, most of our yards. Um, Especially if we do not do weed killing. Um, it is considered a weed, but the benefits of it are great. So dandelion roots um, improve bowel production, improve the creation of stomach acid and digestive enzymes. So what happens is you could process your fats a lot better, and it can activate your digestion, and it will reduce the amount of bloating after a meal. So dandelion is one of the herbs that will help our digestive fire. Ginger, we talk a lot about ginger. Ginger is a warming herb that it helps with the circulation, digestion circulation. So it provides the body that warmth to stimulate your stomach activity, and it helps move the food through the stomach and intestine more efficiently. So it's good for sluggish digestion, nausea, and cold digestive system. And a cold digestive system is the one that doesn't activate to do because it's so slow. The fire is really gone. The other one is fennel. which if some of you have seen some of our videos, this is fennel is our herb of the month. It is a herb that is called carminative, which it helps release trapped gas in your system. So it helps reduce bloating, it relaxes the intestinal spasm, and improve digestive movement. And fennel has the same, when you crush it, it has the same scent as black jelly beans. I was crushing it yesterday. I was feeling a little bloated. I was crushing it yesterday, and I was like, "This smells like something. What does it smell like?" And it's the same thing. It has the same oils that cloves and star anise have. They're not related in any form of as the herb, but this helps. It has the same scent, so it relaxes intestinal spasm. The gas that is trapped comes out. Okay, so the fennel is a good one. Then the next one we have is peppermint, and peppermint is a good mood lifter on top of that. But peppermint is good for gas cramping and stomach discomfort because it helps the stomach relax. The intestines, the digestive tract, it helps it relax. Remember when we talk about stress and factors that bring that we are in that slow our digestive tracts. So this relaxes it. It's like, yeah, calm down. It's gonna be okay. Let's digest this food properly. So that one is peppermint. And then one that a lot of people know about is chamomile. Chamomile is calming for the nervous system as well as the digestion. It's one to reduce the stress, also similar to the peppermint. And because stress is the one of the biggest digestive disruptors, and it relaxes the stomach and the intestine with supporting full digestion. So that is your chamomile. The next one, we don't use it a lot, and don't want to use this one a lot for digestion, but cayenne pepper stimulates your circulatory system. So it gets the blood going to the organs that it needed. So it provides energy to activate the sluggish digestion. But always remember that cayenne pepper is always created in small amounts. So those are the 6 herbs that we are going to be using today to create 2 remedies for digestion. One of the remedies will be used before meals, and one of the remedies will be used after meals. So we are going to get started with the first one. Any questions so far? Great. So now let's do the first remedy, and we're going to need fennel seeds. We're going to need ginger root. We are going to need peppermint leaf, and we are going to need chamomile. So we are going to put this to the side. So these are the 4 herbs that we're going to use. This is going to be a tea that you can take after meals. So it asks for us to, before we do the tea, I want to pause and give you some ways that you can make the tea. Because if you have the herbs like this, you may not have everything. So there's multiple ways. Let me see. One, two, three. 3 ways I'm going to show you. No, 3, 4, 5 ways I'm going to show you to make a tea. So what you can do, you can put all the ingredients in a tea bag. You could get this easily at Amazon. It's inexpensive. I think you could get like 100 or 1,000 for a small amount. So you will put all of your tea herbs here. You will tighten it, and then you will put it in your teacup. Let it steep for the 10-20 minutes that it may require, and then you may leave the bag in or you may take the bag out. That is up to you. So this is one way of making the tea. This is one of my favorite ways, especially when the leaves are so tiny, and it could slip out of anything else. So this is this one. So we have tea bags. Another way is that you could put your tea, you loose tea leaves and items into here. You can close it and then you can put it in your cup, and that will allow you to keep it there as long as you want. Remember, we always cover it to make sure that all of our herbal oils stay within our tea. And then you let it steep, and then you could remove this and discard it later, or you could leave it here until you finish drinking your tea. That's another way. So that's step number 2. There is this, and this is similar to this. You will mine is kind of old and it's a little bent. So you put your tea here or here, where whichever holds it better, the amount. You close it and you put it in your teacup. Let it steep for how many minutes, and that goes that one. So there is another one. I don't do this one because I always have the fear of sipping something hot and burning my tongue. So, but this one, what you can do, you could put all your herbs, whatever it is, in your cup, and then you put your water, you let it steep, and then when you're ready to drink it, you leave your herbs all in there and you just sip through them. Some people like that. So I haven't tried it, even though I have this for years, because I'm always afraid I'm going to burn myself. Or you could do the same thing, but if you don't have this, you could do the same thing. Put all your herbs here, let it steep, and then you can just get another cup and just strain it and catch it with a strainer, everything else, and then you just drink your tea. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ways that you could do your tea. You do the tea the best way you want to. Okay, so I just want to make sure that there's many options. With with the tea bag being the easiest, but having these 3, if you want to cut down on on waste. So that is up to you. So now let's go to our remedy. So he asks for 1 teaspoon of fennel seeds, and I'm gonna do it as if I was using this. Now, if I wasn't using this, what I can do is you have to always lightly crush your fennel seeds. So you can put it here in the, I always get this wrong, pestle and mortar. I know I messed that one up. You put your teaspoon and then you can crush them. Okay? And then you can transfer them into your whatever you're using. Today we're going to use this one. So I'm feeling some kind of lazy way here. I need a teaspoon. So I'm going to get, this is a teaspoon. I'm going to put it here. But I'm supposed to crush this, right? So what I can do is, let me get something so it won't be so loud. So I'm going to slightly crush this. So I crush my seeds. That is a good to start releasing. Then I am going to put half a teaspoon of ginger root. Because my half a teaspoon. We're going to do half a teaspoon of peppermint. And half a teaspoon of chamomile. Let me flip this way. In your tea, you could use the same thing. I just try not to mix mine because I always make tea for others. And it goes my half a teaspoon. So what we did, it was one teaspoon of fennel leaves, of fennel seeds. We crushed them slightly. We did half a teaspoon, 1 teaspoon of this, 1 teaspoon of the peppermint. I mean, half a teaspoon of the peppermint, half a teaspoon of the ginger root, and half a teaspoon of the chamomile. So you put it in your bag. You can mix them if you want to. This is not required. And I like to tie mine just in case it submerges all the way to the bottom. I don't want none of those loose leaves to get in my tea. So now I have it all tight. You could do it at another knot if you want to. And then what you do is that you put it in your cup, okay? And then you're gonna pour hot water. 1 cup of hot water into your tea. So here goes my hot water. I'm gonna pour my hot water in. I'm gonna cover it and let it steep for 10 minutes. Once that is done for 10 minutes, it will be ready for you to sip it. Some people will make extremely hot water and then let it sit while they're eating. So that is fine too. So you let it steep and you let it cool for those 10 minutes. And if you were doing no items, none of this, then you would just strain it and then you drink it warm. Make sure you drink it warm. Doesn't have to be hot, but it has to be warm. So that is a remedy that you can take after you eat. But you're like, my digestive fire is extremely weak. I'm always feeling tired after I eat. I'm always bloated. I always have gas. I always have discomfort. Then let's try something before we eat. So for that one, we are also gonna need. Let me see if I can. Hold on, y'all. Let me move this on this side so I could get closer. I don't need this anymore. Okay, so I could get closer over here because this is my coffee grinder. It's working. That we are going to use today. So it asks for 2 tablespoons of ground ginger. That I do have. I have ginger ground already in the powder form. So I don't have to grind any because I already have it. But it also asks for 2 tablespoons of ground ginger, 2 tablespoons of grounded fennel. So we are gonna have to grind this. And it asks for 2 tablespoons. So I'm gonna put 2 tablespoons here. I put a little bit more because we're gonna lose some of that. And it asks for 1 tablespoon of dandelion root. And also in powder form. I don't have it in powder form, so we're gonna powder these together. And I'm gonna put a little bit more because I'm going to lose some of it. So now I have grounded ginger. I need to ground my fennel. I need to ground my ginger root. And then it asks for grounded cayenne pepper. So I already have that grounded. So what I'm going to do is I put the 2 that I needed. I'm going to put this. And it's about to be loud. And you're gonna grind this to your satisfaction. Okay? If it's grinded enough for you, go for it. I tend to go until I don't hear any clicking at the end. So here we go. So I have my 2 cups. So let's do the remedy. Here we go. I'm not sure if this is gonna fit in here. Let's try it. No, it's not gonna fit. So let me get Annalise, get me one of these from the apothecary over there, the second shelf. One, two, yeah, right there. Yes. Thank you. So what we're gonna do is we are going to put 2 tablespoons. Remember, we talked about 2 tablespoons of grounded ginger. I can't get this stuff to come off. There we go. And I cannot fit that in. So we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of, sorry y'all, I hope y'all can see. 2 tablespoons of ginger. So that's 1. That's 2. I'm making a mess. So that's 2 tablespoons of ginger powder. We're gonna do 2 tablespoons of fennel and 1 tablespoon of dandelion root, and we just powdered this one. So we're just gonna put it all in here. Nina, go get me a lid, please. So our fennel just went in here, and our ginger and our dandelion root. Okay. Yes, that will work. Thank you. And then we're gonna add cayenne pepper, and we're gonna use 1 teaspoon of cayenne. This is a half, so let's put 2 of these halves. Can everybody see actually here? Okay. So that's half, and another half makes 2. I mean, makes 1. 2 halves makes 1. So then where's the leaf you gave me? We're gonna cover this up, and we're gonna mix it. For demonstration purpose, I did 2 tablespoons of the fennel. I mean, of the of the fennel, and 1 tablespoon of the ginger, the dandelion root. But you could measure it individually, and then you could actually scoop 2 of the fennel and 1 tablespoon of the dandelion root, and that will be actually more accurate. And then because we have already this one in powder, we added 2 of those. And because we had this one in powder, we added 1 teaspoon. So everything was 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons of the powdered one, 1 tablespoon of the powdered one, and 1 teaspoon of the you see, you can hardly see red in it. So what you do is, if it's all your digestive system is super slow or super weak, or there's actually no digestion fire, what you do is you get 1/4 of this, and you take it before the meal. You can sprinkle it on the meal. You could dissolve it in some water and drink it. So what this is going to do is going to start your digestive fire, And you should have less bloating, less sluggishness, more bowel movement. All the movements should be going. But remember, with all with all herbal medicine, this is not a one and done. This is a slow process because you're using nature, you're using natural product, so it's not gonna have the same strength as a prescription medicine. But it will not, once again, it will not have the same strength as a prescription, but it will not have all the side effect of a prescription. So you have to weigh your odds on those. So you could use this before each meal, a quarter teaspoon, a very small amount. You could take it, you could sprinkle it over your food, you could dissolve it in your in water, juice, or and then you can douse before the meal, or you could drink your tea, which is actually 10 minutes. You could drink your tea 10 minutes after you make it. It tastes actually good with a little scent of licorice, but there's no licorice here. So this is good after a meal to help your digestion. And y'all saw that I didn't even try this one, huh? Actually, let's see. Let's see. It's not bad. Ooh, with that cayenne pepper. Mm-mm-mm. You will feel the cayenne pepper. And getting close to the water. But it's not bad. And you get that little tingly sensation that you with that, at least that I get when I do black licorice, which I don't like. But I can tolerate this one, and I can tolerate the tea. So I hope that this helps you understand about your digestive system. Remember that the dandelion right here will activate the bile. The ginger will make sure that it provides stimulates your digestive fire. Fennel reduces gas. Yeah, this really reduces gas. I had a tea yesterday. It releases stuck gas. And cayenne pepper activates circulation. So see my sinuses, I'm about to start sneezing like crazy. So today you learn what digestive fire is. You learn why bloating happens. And you now know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 herbs that can help you support on the digestive function and restore it. Because if you start taking this before the meal and or taking the tea after the meal, it will start restoring the digestive system. And these two remedies can be used immediately. So want to remind you that some of these herbs will be included in the medicinal herb box for our school classes starting next month, because not only we learn how to do two today, right? Next week I think we'll learn two also, and then the following week we'll learn two, and then the following week we'll learn two. So practically this month in our YouTube classes or in our YouTube live, you will have at least 6 to 8 remedies, right? What we'll do in our school community, we will create another 12, uh, 8 to 12, 8 to 12 remedies also with the for the digestive system that you could have as your arsenal. You could have in your apothecary, you could have it in your medicine cabinets. That if this doesn't work, because there's going to be some tinctures that we'll make that will work a lot faster than drinking the tea and taking a teaspoon, a quarter teaspoon of this before meal. So we will go over the. It is subscription based, and if you want to try to win a membership, we will give you before membership one that includes the herbs, three that do not include the herbs, but you have to subscribe to our monthly newsletter. So if you do that, you will enter into it, and then we will have the drawing the last Monday of the last Monday of the month. So I could know where to ship this real quick. So I could ship for the one that wants the included herb subscription. So remember to subscribe, to turn on notification. Next week we're gonna be talking about the gut lining and how to strengthen that and how to make it better and how to make it function, because this one is the base, y'all. This one, it is important that we get our digestive fire going properly for us to restore the gut lining. So subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss any meditation on Monday, and remember, let your kitchen become your apothecary, one remedy at a time. And today you got two. See you next week.